Sorting materials into groups. The grouping of objects in a proper way makes it convenient to find them. The process of grouping or sorting out the materials is called classification. Material. Material is the matter from which a thing is made, and matter is everything that can be seen or touched. The air we breathe is matter. Most scientists define matter as anything that has mass and occupies space. Classification of materials. There is a large variety of things around us. Some of the familiar things may be chairs, tables, almirah, utensils, books, clothes, and other household items. They have different shapes, colors, and properties. These materials may be glass, metals, plastic, wood, cotton, paper, or any other. The things around us may be made of different materials such as liquid, water, oil, tea, etc., solid, chair, table, stone, etc., gas, air, refrigerator gases, etc. We can group materials on the basis of the similarities and differences in their properties, their nature, size, color, use, hardness, etc. Properties of materials. As you know, that same thing can be made from more than one material. But the same material cannot be used to make everything. Have you ever wondered why a tumbler is not made of a piece of cloth or paper? This is because we generally use a tumbler to keep a liquid. A tumbler made of a piece of cloth or paper cannot be used to keep water. So, a tumbler is made with a material which has the property to hold the liquid. Therefore, the use of a material depends on its properties and the purpose for which it is to be used. Let us learn about some of the properties of these materials. Appearance. Each material looks different than the other. Some may shine while others may not. For example, things made of gold and aluminium are shining in appearance. On the other hand, a piece of wood does not shine. Some materials have special shine on them, which is called luster. Materials that have such luster are called metals. Iron, copper, aluminium, and gold are examples of some metals which show bright metallic luster when they are freshly cut. This shiny appearance makes them attractive for use in jewelry and decorations. For this reason, gold, silver, and diamond are widely used for making jewelry. Thus, metals have a luster and are called lustrous materials. Some metals, such as copper and aluminium, become dull and lose shine over long periods of time. This is because of action of air, oxygen on them, or due to a layer of dust or dirt formed over them. When oxygen in the air combines with some metals, it causes damage to them. For example, iron gets damaged on coming in contact with air, and the process is called rusting. On the other hand, aluminium metal gets protected when oxygen in the air combines with the surface of this metal. It forms a thick layer on the surface of metal, which is protective in nature. When dust, dirt is removed from the metal is freshly cut, then the same shine is seen again. If you cut a piece of wood or break a piece of stone or coal, no luster is seen on their surface. You might have experienced that the surface of some materials feels smooth on touching. For example, a looking mirror or things made of metals are smooth to touch. Some other materials feel rough on touching. For example, a piece of stone and most of the rocks feel rough on touching. Solubility in water. Water is the most precious substance. No life would have been possible without it. Water dissolves a large number of substances. Some gases are soluble in water, whereas others are not. For example, the oxygen gas, which is dissolved in water, is used by marine life and thus is very important for the survival of aquatic animals. Aerated soda water, when taken in a glass, bubbles can be seen. These bubbles are of carbon dioxide gas dissolved in it, which escape out when these aerated solutions are kept in an open container. Similarly, at marshy places, bubbles of methane gas are found, which can be seen on the surface. Material may float or sink in water. Materials like alum, sand, sugar, and salt sink in water. Materials like wax, sawdust, and oil float on water. Transparency. Those substances or materials through which things can be seen are called transparent, and the phenomenon exhibited by these materials is also known as transparency. Glass is an example of transparent material. Similarly, a thin layer of air and water through which we can see easily are said to be transparent, and this property is called transparency. You can see through any transparent material. Some of the things made of plastic, such as bottles and containers which are used in the kitchen, are also transparent. On the other hand, there are some materials, such as wood, metals, etc., through which you are not able to see. These materials are called opaque. You cannot tell what is kept in a closed wooden almirah or a metal container. The third type of materials are those through which things can only partially be visible. This type of material are called translucent, example, milky glass, tracing paper, and starch solution are few examples of translucent materials. Conduction of heat. Have you ever thought of why we use utensils made up of metals for cooking food? Why do we use a piece of cloth for removing hot utensils from the gas stove? And why are the handles of pressure cookers, pans, tawas, etc. made up of wood or plastic or some other material? We choose those materials which have desirable properties to meet our requirements. Hence, we make cooking utensils from materials such as copper, steel, or aluminium, which can conduct heat. But at the same time, we do not want our hands to burn while handling these utensils when they are hot. Therefore, the handles of the utensils are made of materials such as wood or plastic, which are non-conductors of heat. Gases in general are poor conductors of heat. Air, which is a mixture of different gases such as nitrogen and oxygen, is also a poor conductor of heat. When we wear 2 or more clothes in winters, the air present in them forms an insulating layer and does not allow the heat of our body to go out. Hence, we feel warm. Combustibility. Certain materials burn when heated on direct flame in the presence of air. These materials are said to be combustible. In addition to wood, paper, and cotton are some other examples of combustible materials. Certain materials like petrol, spirit, LPG, and alcohol, which catch fire easily forms flames, are said to be inflammable, and the property is called inflammability. Attraction towards a magnet. Some materials get strongly attracted towards a magnet, while others do not show any attraction towards the magnet. Materials which get attracted towards magnet are called magnetic materials.